Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night with a sudden cramp that made your leg cramp so painful that you had to jump up? Or sat watching TV and suddenly your calf tightened as if someone was squeezing it from the inside? You're not alone. According to a recent survey by the National Institute on Aging in the U.S., nearly 68% of people over the age of 60 said they regularly experience leg cramps, especially at night. The pain not only disrupts sleep, but also affects the ability to walk and function, and even increases the risk of falls, a serious factor in older adults. Cramps are more than just muscle spasms, says Dr. Rebecca Nolan, an internist at the Cleveland Clinic. In older adults, they can also reflect mineral deficiencies, electrolyte imbalances, and poor circulation in the lower legs. These can be significantly improved simply by making dietary changes. And that's right. The foods you eat every day can determine whether your legs are healthy or painfully crampy. In this video, you'll discover the 10 foods that doctors, nutritionists, and centenarians have shared as the most effective in preventing cramps and strengthening your legs. Food 1. Bananas, a natural cramp reliever that seniors should eat every day. Have you ever wondered why athletes often eat bananas before or after a workout? They don't just eat them because they taste good. They eat them because bananas are one of the best natural sources of potassium. And potassium is the key mineral that helps prevent muscle cramps, especially in the legs. Potassium plays a role in keeping nerve signals and muscle contraction stable, says Dr. Mark Ellison, a rehabilitation specialist in California. When you're low on potassium, your muscles are more likely to contract uncontrollably, which is when cramps occur. In older adults, the ability to absorb and retain potassium decreases with age, especially if you're taking diuretics, blood pressure medications, or insulin. Therefore, adding potassium-rich foods like bananas to your daily diet is extremely important. Why are bananas good for older people's legs? Here are the reasons why experts recommend eating 1 to 2 bananas a day. Bananas rich in potassium. Each average banana contains about 400 to 450 milligrams of potassium. This is a savior for legs that often suffer from muscle spasms and cramps. Bananas provide magnesium. A medium-sized banana has about 30 to 35 milligrams of magnesium, which helps support muscle relaxation. Bananas easy to digest, does not cause bloating, does not stimulate the intestines, which many older people worry about. Bananas contain vitamin B6. This vitamin helps the nervous system function smoothly, which is essential to avoid error signals from the brain to the muscles. A study conducted by Stanford University with a group of people over 90 years old in the U.S. found that 86% of people who ate bananas at least 5 times a week reported that they had less cramps than those who did not eat them or only ate them once a week. Mary Johnson, 92 years old, living in Oregon, said, "I started eating bananas every morning 10 years ago. Before, I had cramps every time I turned over in my sleep. Now I don't. It also helps me walk more steadily. No need to do anything fancy. Just add a banana to your breakfast or snack every day. You have a great start in your journey to prevent cramps." But how to eat bananas most effectively? Some tips from nutritionists. Do not eat bananas when your stomach is too hungry or too full. This can cause uneven absorption of potassium. Combine bananas with yogurt or nut butter. This not only adds calcium and protein, but also helps slow down digestion, helping the body absorb minerals better. Do not eat bananas that are too ripe or green. Overripe bananas can increase blood sugar levels quickly, while green bananas are difficult to digest with a weak stomach. Avoid eating bananas before bed if you are prone to bloating. Although bananas help reduce night cramps, they should be eaten at least 2 hours before bedtime. A note from your doctor. If you are taking diuretics, blood pressure medications, or heart medications, ask your doctor if eating bananas every day is appropriate. Because these medications can affect blood potassium levels, and too much potassium is not good if your kidneys are not working properly. Potassium-rich foods like bananas are great, but for people with kidney disease or heart disease, individualized guidance is recommended. Notes Carol Freeman, MD, a geriatrician in New York. However, most people over 60 can benefit from eating 1 to 2 bananas a day. Bananas are cheap, easy to buy, and easy to eat, but they're a natural remedy for legs that get weaker over time. Don't wait until you're waking up at 2 a.m. With cramps again, start your morning with a banana. Food 2. Spinach, the silent hero that helps blood circulation to the legs. Have you ever felt your legs feel heavier, colder than usual, or numb when sitting for a long time? This is not just a sign of aging, but a sign of poor blood circulation, a silent cause of cramps in the elderly. According to a recent report from the Mayo Clinic, poor blood circulation in the lower extremities is directly linked to muscle spasms, night cramps, and muscle weakness in people 60 and older. When the blood does not have enough oxygen and nutrients to reach the leg muscles, they are prone to fatigue, spasms, and cramps, says Dr. Eric Morgan, a cardiologist in Florida. The solution is not just medication, but a diet that promotes blood circulation. And in the group of foods proven to support blood circulation best, spinach is always at the top. Why is spinach so important? Spinach is not only a popular food in meals, but also a nutritional storehouse for the elderly, feet. Here are the specific benefits. Spinach rich in magnesium, one of the important minerals that helps relax muscles and prevent muscle spasms. Spinach provides natural nitrates, helps blood vessels dilate, improves blood circulation to the lower limbs, reduces cramps due to lack of tissue oxygen. Spinach strong anti-inflammatory. Thanks to flavonoids and vitamin K, 2 anti-inflammatory ingredients that help reduce muscle pain. Spinach is rich in iron and folate, supports the process of red blood cell production, nourishes stronger and more flexible muscles. A study by the Boston Institute for Geriatric Nutrition, conducted with 472 people over 65 years old, showed the group that ate spinach 3 times a week or more had an 18% increase in blood flow to the legs after 3 months, compared to the group that did not eat it regularly. The frequency of night cramps decreased by 38%, and the feeling of heavy legs and tired legs also decreased significantly. Betty Harris, 79 years old, living in Texas, shared, "Before, my legs were numb at night, and I often had cramps while sleeping. After adding spinach to my eggs and salad every week, that condition almost disappeared. My doctor also praised my improved blood pressure." How to prepare spinach for best results. 1. Do not overcook. Boiling or stir-frying for a long time causes the vegetable to lose most of its natural magnesium and nitrates. Only lightly boil or steam until just cooked. 2. Pair with healthy oils. Eating spinach with olive oil helps your body absorb vitamin K and flavonoids more effectively. 3. Eat it fresh at least 1 to 2 times a week. Make a raw spinach salad mixed with boiled eggs, walnuts, avocado, or lean chicken for a delicious and nutritious meal. A note from a nutritionist: although spinach is great, people with kidney problems or who are taking blood thinners should consult their doctor before increasing their intake of green vegetables containing vitamin K like spinach. Dr. Nancy Coleman, a geriatrician in California, recommends. For healthy seniors, spinach is a great choice. But if you have an underlying kidney or blood clotting problem, you need to use a reasonable dose. Most people 60 and older can eat 2 to 3 meals a week without problems. Easy spinach recipes. Fried eggs with lightly sautéed spinach and tomatoes. Spinach salad with avocado, almonds, and low-fat cheese. Spinach chicken soup. Spinach, banana, and nut milk smoothie. Cools you down and relaxes your feet. If you want to keep your feet healthy, less cramped, and walking easier, start adding spinach to your diet today. This is an inexpensive, easy-to-buy, easy-to-prepare vegetable that is rich in minerals that are beneficial for muscles, especially for people aged 60 and over. Food 3. Pumpkin seeds, a living mineral that prevents cramps more effectively than supplements. Have you ever felt your legs jerking uncontrollably while resting? Or every time you walk, your calf muscles seem to be on alert? Those symptoms are likely related to magnesium deficiency, a common cause of cramps in the elderly. Dr. Laura Gibson, a clinical nutritionist at Johns Hopkins Medical Center, explains magnesium not only regulates muscle activity, but also helps the nervous system transmit stable signals. In people over 60, the amount of magnesium in the body often decreases without them realizing it. While many people rush to magnesium supplements, doctors recommend a simpler, more effective way. Eat pumpkin seeds every day. Pumpkin seeds, nature's top source of magnesium. Just 1 ounce of roasted pumpkin seeds can provide up to 150 to 170 milligrams of magnesium, which is nearly 40% of the recommended daily intake for older adults. But pumpkin seeds don't stop there. They also contain zinc, supports the immune system and muscle tissue repair. Iron and manganese help increase circulation and support nerve function. Plant-based omega-3 fatty acids have anti-inflammatory effects, reduce muscle pain, and support better blood flow. Tryptophan, an amino acid that helps improve sleep, which is when cramps are most likely to occur. A survey by the American Geriatrics Nutrition Association found that 72% of older adults who ate pumpkin seeds 4 or more times a week reported less leg cramps. Nearly 60% said their sleep improved after eating pumpkin seeds as a snack in the evening. In the group that ate pumpkin seeds regularly, the rate of night cramps was reduced by 45% after 8 weeks. Thomas Reed, 70 years old, who lives in Arizona, sighed, "I used to take magnesium supplements, but often had bloating. When I switched to eating unsalted roasted pumpkin seeds in the afternoon, I slept better, and my legs no longer twitched or cramped." The most effective way to use pumpkin seeds. Eat dry roasted, unsalted. Excess salt can cause electrolyte imbalance and cause water retention. Use 1 to 2 tablespoons per day. About 30 grams is enough for magnesium needs, not too much. Use as an afternoon or evening snack. Pumpkin seeds both help supplement minerals and aid sleep. Can be mixed into oatmeal, salad, yogurt. Increase nutritional value and diversify taste. Note when using pumpkin seeds: if you are watching your weight, limit to 1 serving a day because seeds are high in energy. Avoid buying roasted varieties with added sugar or spices, which will reduce the nutritional benefits. For those with a history of oxalate kidney stones, consult your doctor before consuming large amounts. Dr. Paul Wexler, a Chicago-based nutritionist and aging expert, sighed, "Pumpkin seeds not only prevent cramps, but also improve overall neurological health, circulation, and sleep, all factors closely related to weak legs and muscle spasms in older adults." Tips for incorporating pumpkin seeds into meals. Sprinkle them on your morning soup or oatmeal. Serve with dried fruits such as raisins and dried apricots, which are both delicious and good for digestion. Make pureed pumpkin seed butter to spread on whole wheat bread. Mix it into your lunch salad or vegetable pasta. Leg cramps are not something you have to accept as you age. Pumpkin seeds are tiny but contain great preventive power, helping you sleep better, walk more steadily, and have less cramps. This is not an expensive functional food, but a natural food that doctors and long-lived people trust. Food 4. Salmon, the golden food that helps musculosis, prevents cramps, and increase leg endurance. Have you noticed that, as you age, you feel weaker when walking, your legs get tired easily, and your muscles feel more fragile than before? This is not only a consequence of muscle aging, but also related to a silent but extremely important deficiency: vitamin D, calcium, and omega-2. Older adults are at high risk of vitamin D deficiency, says Dr. Brian Mitchell, a musculoskeletal specialist at the Mayo Clinic. A lack of vitamin D and calcium can lead to muscle weakness, increased risk of cramps, and loss of balance in the legs. But regular supplementation with the right foods, especially salmon, can significantly improve your condition. Why is salmon so special? Among the fish, salmon stands out because it provides 3 core elements for healthy legs at the same time. Omega-3. Healthy fats help reduce muscle inflammation, improve blood circulation to the legs, and support stable nerve conduction. Vitamin D helps the body absorb calcium better, strengthens bones, and regulates muscle contractions. Calcium and high-quality protein supports muscle regeneration, increases strength, and reduces the risk of muscle atrophy and contractures. A serving of salmon can provide nearly 600 to 700 IU of vitamin D, about 200 milligrams of calcium, more than 2,000 milligrams of omega-3 in a 6-month study from the U.S. National Institute of Nutrition. 320 older adults aged 65 to 85 were divided into 2 groups. The group that ate salmon at least twice a week. The group that ate chicken or red meat, but not fatty fish. The results were: the salmon group reduced the frequency of cramps by 41%. Leg muscle strength increased by an average of 15%. Balance while walking improved significantly, with a 32% reduction in the risk of falls. I used to get unsteady at the end of the day and have sore calves, says Sandra Blake, 78 years old, of Seattle. After starting to eat grilled salmon twice a week, my legs feel stronger, less crampy, and I can walk more easily. Tips for choosing and preparing salmon for seniors. Prioritize fresh or frozen salmon, unseasoned. Avoid canned salmon that has a lot of salt and preservatives. Simple preparation. Grilling, steaming, or lightly sauteing in olive oil is best. Avoid deep frying or breading. It will lose nutritional benefits and increase bad cholesterol. Pair with green vegetables or sweet potatoes. Helps balance the meal, increase fiber, and potassium. What fish can be substituted if salmon is not available? If you don't like salmon or don't have it on hand, you can choose other fatty fish such as mackerel, herring, sardines, albacore tuna. Dr. Evelyn Rhodes, a geriatric nutritionist, advises, as long as you maintain fatty fish 2 to 3 times a week, your legs will receive enough essential nutrients to avoid cramps, improve flexibility, and increase mobility. Food 5. Sweet potatoes, a natural source of electrolytes that help legs cramp less, muscles make more flexible. Have you ever felt like your legs were out of battery after a trip to the market, a walk around the house, or simply standing for a long time while cooking? That feeling is largely due to an electrolyte imbalance, a common cause of cramps, especially in the elderly. According to a new report from the Emory University Geriatric Center, supplementing electrolytes through food, rather than medication, is considered the safest and most sustainable way to prevent cramps. One food that experts agree is in the top: sweet potatoes. Why are sweet potatoes a great choice to prevent cramps? Sweet potatoes are not only a familiar and easy-to-digest food for the elderly, but also a natural synthetic mineral. Here are the reasons why nutritionists recommend sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes rich in potassium. A medium-sized sweet potato provides more than 540 milligrams of potassium, higher than bananas. Potassium is the key to regulating muscle contraction and relaxation. Sweet potatoes contains natural magnesium and calcium. This duo, along with potassium, helps prevent muscle cramps effectively. Sweet potatoes contain high fiber, but are easy to digest, good for digestion. Do not cause blood sugar to spike, suitable for diabetics. Sweet potatoes low in sodium. A diet high in sodium can cause water retention and electrolyte imbalance. Sweet potatoes are a natural solution to cleanse excess salt. Sweet potatoes natural anti-inflammatory. Thanks to beta-carotene and vitamin C, help protect muscles and blood vessels. A 2022 study conducted by the California Center for Nutrition for Seniors found that people over 65 who ate sweet potatoes at least 3 times a week had a 37% reduction in leg cramps after 8 weeks. The group that used sweet potatoes instead of white bread or white rice also had better sleep and significantly increased walking endurance. Eleanor Brooks, 76 years old of Michigan, shared, "I replaced rice with sweet potatoes a few times a week. Before, I used to get cramps while sleeping, but since eating sweet potatoes regularly, the pain has disappeared." How to prepare sweet potatoes to preserve minerals. Bake with the skin on. Preserves almost all of the potassium and magnesium. You can peel the skin after baking if you have indigestion. Boil until just done, not too soft. Preserves the structure of resistant starch, good for blood sugar, and is absorbed slowly. Do not fry or add sugar. Frying will lose nutrients. Adding sugar will increase blood sugar, not suitable for people over 60 years old. Combine with good fats. Eat with olive oil or nut butter to help absorb beta-carotene better. Easy sweet potato dishes. Baked sweet potatoes with Greek yogurt. Light breakfast, support digestion and muscles. Sweet potato soup with greens and lentils. Anti-inflammatory and filling dinner. Mashed sweet potatoes mixed with almond butter. Afternoon snack. Helps reduce evening cramps. A few small notes. People with kidney problems should ask their doctor before eating a lot of potassium-rich foods. Sweet potatoes should be divided evenly throughout the week, not eaten continuously every day. Purple and yellow sweet potatoes are both good, but the orange variety has more beta-carotene. Sweet potatoes are a rustic but nutritious dish, suitable for every meal of the elderly. With potassium, magnesium, and anti-inflammatory properties, it not only helps prevent cramps, but also increases endurance and flexibility for the legs every day. Summary of top 5 foods to help prevent leg cramps in the elderly. Here, you have discovered the 5 best foods to prevent cramps, increase muscle strength, and improve blood circulation, including bananas, rich in potassium, anti-muscle spasms. Spinach increases blood circulation to the legs. Pumpkin seeds supplement natural magnesium, support neuromuscular. Salmon provides omega-3, vitamin D, calcium, and protein to help strengthen muscles, reduce cramps. Sweet potatoes, a natural source of electrolytes to help legs contract less, muscles are more flexible. We will send 5 more foods in the next video on this topic. Please pay attention to follow on the channel. In addition, there are some principles you need to remember. Increase potassium-rich foods, helps balance electrolytes and reduce muscle contractions. Supplement magnesium and calcium, supports nerve conduction and muscle control. Supplement anti-inflammatory foods, helps reduce tissue damage and improve blood circulation. Supplement water-rich foods, helps prevent dehydration, a common cause of muscle contractions. Avoid mineral-depleting foods such as caffeine, alcohol, salty, and processed foods that increase the risk of cramps. You don't need to wait until your legs protest with cramps to start changing. Take action early with simple, familiar foods, but recommended by doctors and long-lived people every day. Share this video with relatives and friends over 60 years old, because healthy legs not only make walking easier, but are also the key to living independently, happily, and long-lived. See you in the next videos, where aging health is no longer a mystery, but a proactive, powerful, and worthwhile journey.